the Diakonia podcast.
Hey, how you doing? This is Erik with Diakonia. I'm the writer-director of the project, and we've taken the podcast up a notch. I don't know if I'm excited about it or not. I kind of like the audio aspect of it, but I'm posting it on YouTube, and I realize YouTube without any video is really unexciting. So I decided I'm going to break down and actually do this with video, so everyone can, yay, see me. Not that anybody cares. And that's cool. But I got my Golden Girls t-shirt on. Stay golden, everybody out there. Stay golden. So anyway, the podcast is kind of laid a little dormant, and it's mainly because I just have been overwhelmed. We did a great shoot in mid-November. We got some amazing footage at the Paper Box, the Lebanon Paper Box. It was really exciting. We had an amazing performance by our lead actor. We had an amazing performance by our other lead actress, and it's moving ahead wonderfully. It's just, there's only so many hours in the day, and to be honest, we're still trying to raise money. We did get a donation from, well, it's not a donation in a lot of ways. Bamberger's, locally owned. They decided to come in with the $500 business level, so they will get, I believe it's 50 mentions in our social media, and we're excited to do that for them. We're excited to bring them out locally to people so everyone can see that they're supporting art, they're supporting film in the community, and we're just really excited to be able to partner with local businesses and be able to advertise for them in a new light. This is something different, and we're encouraging businesses to get involved because on different levels, because this is a way you can reach your audience locally that you normally can't. And we're doing something different. We are doing a film in Lebanon. We're actually doing the trailer. Diakonia is a sales trailer. So it is the sales trailer for a streaming series that we're trying to pitch to Netflix, Hulu, and all sorts of, Roku, any kind of streaming series. And basically you make the sales trailer so that you can then pitch it and say, okay, here's what it's going to look like. Like, we have the script, we have the treatment, we have all the filmy stuff you need behind the scenes to pitch this, but we don't have the trailer. And trailers cost money. So basically those, like the three people that have listened to the podcast before know this, but if you're not one of those three people, Nanubis Productions is what I own, and I run in Lebanon, and I do We Are Lebanon PA, and I do this as a pure positivity campaign for the community because I wanted to do something positive to kind of show that, hey, there's these interesting, amazing people who live here. We do artists, we do nonprofits, and we do local businesses, generally speaking. And we wanted to just show, look, so often I've heard people in the past say, oh, Lebanon sucks. Lebanon's horrible. Oh, there's nothing to do here. There's a lot to do here if you put the time into it, if you actually invest. I'm also on the board of the Art Council. And the Art Council is doing amazing things. A lot of people don't know what they're doing because they're not following us on Facebook. They're not following us on Instagram. They're not involved. And a lot of it is you have to get involved. And what Diakonia is attempting to do is get the community involved. The podcast, every social media practically on earth except TikTok, all this is geared toward engaging Lebanon and saying to people, look, we're doing this really amazing thing. And we're trying to do something big. And depending on how this would go down, we could end up shooting the 12-episode series for season 1 here in this area. It just, if we can generate the buzz here, if we can get people excited here, if this is where our core audience is for it in the streaming world, it's a strong possibility we could shoot the whole thing here using local talent for a lot of the parts. We would definitely have to get some name talent for certain key roles, but we could also cast locally for stuff. We could get local crew, bring in all these local aspects, shoot around town. It would be something that would be, I think, amazing for Lebanon. It would be neat. It would be fun, but we got to generate interest. And so I did banners, and we have banners up at the Allen Theater, at Mancino's Pizza. They generously have our banners up. If you take a selfie with them, go ahead, take a picture, selfie, big banner. It has our actress on it, Trinity Hoffman, who's been amazing. She's an amazing young talent. She's really got the chops. She surprised everybody. And at the audition, she surprised me. I was just like, wow, okay. She's next level. This is amazing. So we cast her. Thankfully, she wanted to be a part of it. She did a great job at the Trinity Lutheran Church we shot at. She did an amazing job over at the paper house, the paper factory, paper box, Lebanon paper box. And that was a smaller scene for her, but she still did amazing. It was an outside homeless scene. She has to look up the camera. We did like a drive-by shot. We did all this stuff. It was fairly cold out. But everyone was troopers. We had some local extras in there, which was amazing too. We have talent Jalil Little. Ja's from Reading. He came down for the audition. He did great. I'm going to be releasing footage from that as well. I just haven't gotten to dig into it, but I want to start releasing little clips from it. It's his big scene. He has the big scene. If you go to our Facebook, we have the storyboards up. I'm putting storyboards up. I'm putting scripts up. I'm putting everything up. So this is something you can come on board with. You can be like, hey, how does this work? This is how it works. And we just need your buy-in. We need shares. We need likes. We need people to kind of just give a crap and want to be excited about something. And it's easy to hate. Come out and like something, come out and champion something. I mean, that's what we need more than anything. And then if you have, more faith than that in it, or you just you're excited or you want to be a part of it, you can go on our donor box, and we have all sorts of levels where you can get involved. You can, $5 wins our eternal gratitude. And the sad part is it will win our eternal gratitude. And then it goes up from there where you can get like signed scripts. You can get all sorts of bonuses, all sorts of things for being engaged in the project. So pass it on to your friends, share it, like it, social media. Go find our banners with Trinity Hoffman on it, or she plays Mika. We have a really cool banner of her again at Mancino's at the Allen Theater. If you take a picture, you post it to social media, tag Diakonia Film, show it at the counter. The Allen Theater will give you $1 off a movie. Mancino's Pizza, I believe, was offering a discount as well. But even if not, you get free swag from the film. So we have the necklace that Trinity is wearing in the banner that you see, the giant selfie spot banner. She's wearing a cool necklace. You get that for free. If you do it, you tag it, you go up to the counter, say, hey, I did this. Give me my necklace. They'll give you a necklace, the exact same necklace she's wearing in it. So you can have a little piece of Diakonia as well. We're trying to just do fun things. We're trying to just get people engaged. We're going to be shooting at the Lebanon Valley Mall. We're in talks with, we've reached out to Lebanon Transit. We're hoping to be able to partner with them. And, it's an exciting project. We're getting great footage. We're shooting on the Red 1 and the Red 1 MX, which is an old camera, but an amazing camera that was been used on many feature films. The Social Network was shot on it. There was B-roll from the Avengers was used. It was used for that. Like, this is a great, amazing camera. I have great, amazing crew and people who are working at highly reduced rates just to try to make this happen. And because I'm horrible at raising money, they're willing to help me out, which is totally amazing of them. And that's what we're trying to raise money for. That's what the Diakonia box is for. The Diakonia box is to pay people. I have, as Anubis Productions, pretty much all the equipment and gear I need because I'm writing stuff for the equipment and gear I have. And I have, quite a bit. So, we can do some really cool, decent sized scenes with that equipment. And they look amazing. But you need people, and I need time. I need people's time, and I need people. And that's where the $15,000 donor box comes in. It's strictly to pay people because people are awesome. And yes, you can get them to donate time. And yes, that's amazing of them. But no professional shouldn't have to do that. And for us to get this off the ground, we need a little bit of that. So if you can consider donating, that would be amazing. So that's the pitch. That's like the short version of everything. It's a streaming series. We're trying to shoot in Lebanon. We're trying to get you excited. We need you to like it, share it, all that kind of stuff. Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm doing a lot with LinkedIn on it through Anubis Productions and through Erik Sawyer. Just go to LinkedIn. We're pretty much everywhere. So if you can just get out there and tell your friends and be like, woo, look for a lot of shoots, footage from our latest shoot at the Paper Box, Lebanon Paper Box, which they were very generous in letting us shoot there as well. It's an amazing spot. Like, we got great stuff out of that. And as far as where we're at now, we're kind of between for the holidays. We're not going to try to jam something in. I'm retooling a bit. Hence, you're seeing me on the podcast instead of just hearing me. Or at least you have the option to see me if that's what you feel like doing. But this way, YouTube and stuff, people can actually see me and it's a little more engaging, I hope. We're kind of trying to retackle how we're promoting it, in the sense like we're still going to try to get it out everywhere because we want to get businesses involved. We want them to know they're going to get the benefit of all the marketing that I'm doing, and they're going to be able to, be in the face of everyone locally as this goes forward. We are definitely going to be putting it on, I'm also updating it on my We Are Lebanon PA Facebook page, which gets a lot of views. So it's, we need people. It's not just a goodwill thing. Like people, I approached one business and they're very kind, but it's like, yeah, we're not really donating to people this year. COVID sucked, and I get it. But like I said to them, it's really, I'm not asking you to donate if you're a business. It's a marketing opportunity. This is an opportunity to get in front of faces you normally wouldn't get in front of, because it's a unique project that's going to get a wide variety of people. And right now we're going hyper local. We're trying to be hyper local. We're trying to get in everybody's here in Lebanon. We're not trying to promote it necessarily in Harrisburg, or Reading. I mean, we have that reach, obviously, and there's people there that are into it. But realistically, hyper-local, Lebanon is where we're promoting this. We want to get the community involved. We want to shoot around the community and make this something people are like, hey, that's that. I know that. Hey, check that out. They shot there. We want it to be fun that way. So please definitely give it a look, and we're going to retool a little bit how we're coming at certain things. We want to hit the new year promoting differently, more regularly. I've been in fits of fury where we're, every other day I'm getting up posts, which is amazing. And then life hits, and because we don't have any donations, I can't really focus on certain things. I'm focusing on outside work, and then I'm not getting to be able to be as consistent. And that's something I'm working on for the new year. We're getting great responses to the script. If you're interested in information, contact me. I don't care. I'll gladly, pass you more information. We have pages we can send you that has more information. If you're somebody that wants to get involved, give us a call. We had some people volunteering on it just for experience, just to see what it's like to be on set, to see how this works. Like, this is a real film. This is not, it's really shooting a trailer. We are small, like our set size is small, or our cast is, I'm keeping things manageable. The last scene was supposed to have 15 to 20 extras, and without any budget, it really wasn't possible, because when you have more people, it takes more crew, and we didn't have the budget to hire more crew. So I modified the scene. The scene's going to be amazing. It would have been really cool to have the extras. Didn't pan out. But we are going to see it through and get this thing going. And Diakonia is for those that, 3 people that didn't watch the other things. Diakonia is basically a superhero movie based on the biblical stories of miracles and people that had gifts that God had granted gifts to. It's not a Christian series in the sense that it is preaching a message to anybody. It is a Christian series in that it's based in Christian principles of healing and of God granting people this through the Spirit gifts. And it's kind of that answer to my kids watching all this Marvel stuff and loving it, where, people who are of faith or not of faith all believe, and we're not even believe, but are just aware of, Jonah and the whale, Samson, these obvious things from the past that are to some people myth, but to other people are real. And I personally believe in them. I think I'm a Christian. I think the Bible's real. So I'm like, hey, these are amazing stories. Why don't we tap into those? Why don't we tap into the consciousness of people that have an awareness of these stories? So that's where the idea came from. I think we have a wide audience. I think this could really reach a lot of people the way I'm planning on doing it, because again, I'm not planning on trying to pitch you something. I'm not selling you on something. I just want to create a world where people now have these gifts. And honestly, many Christians believe these gifts exist. These gifts exist, that this happens, this is real. People can get these gifts. And biblically speaking, they were often given for a limited time. So as our heroine comes into the city, and what she does is put her team together of people who have been granted these gifts. And then she has to figure out, what is going on that needs to be stopped? What are they there? Like, what great act of evil is going to happen or is happening that she needs to put a stop to, and has to get her team together, in other words, of people with these various gifts. And they do that, and then throughout the story, you find out what it is, what they're after, and how these gifts are used. And I think it's something that could easily capture the imagination of a lot of people. And it's really just, it's a Western in a lot of ways. It's Clint Eastwood coming to town. Bad guys are there. He, in his case, reluctantly, ends up helping out the townspeople. In this case, it's not reluctantly. Lima is our main character, and she's coming in knowing that she's sent here for something, but she doesn't know what, and she has to figure that out. She has to discern it throughout the story, and that takes us along with it as the viewer to figure out what is it she's supposed to be here for, what is she exactly supposed to be doing. And I think it could reach a wide audience. I think it could reach both secular and Christian audiences, because again, it's just something that we're all aware of. It's a shared stories, it's shared myth, and it's something that we all can kind of be like, ooh, you know. So I'm excited about it. I think it's great. The concept always does well when I talk to different people, and people get very excited about it because it's just different. There's just so much superhero stuff. There's so much this, so much that. And again, these aren't superheroes per se. They're regular people who've been given a gift, and then they have to take that mantle up and kind of reach out to help others. And I think that's also a story that needs to be told right now as well. So that's the gist of Diakonia. This is me on video for the first time. Again, yay. And I hope you follow the podcast here. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to keep just letting you know as we go. Here's where we're at. Here's what we're doing. Here's the next step. Here's where we're at. Here's what we're doing. Here's the next step. And I'm going to try to do these on more of a regular schedule starting in the new year, primarily once a week at a minimum, especially when there's a lot going on. And again, I would like to thank Bambergers of Lebanon, and please visit them. When you go into Bambergers, if you've heard this podcast, tell them, hey, I heard you about the podcast. I heard you through Diakonia, because that's just going to encourage other businesses to say, hey, this is worthwhile. And that's what's going to keep businesses interested. So, you know, gladly, if you do that, that would be amazing. Please go to the Allen Theater, go to Mancino's Pizza, say, I heard about this through the podcast. I heard about this through Diakonia. You know, give me my necklace. They're cool necklaces. And it's Christmas time, so it's a free gift. I mean, totally get it. So, yeah, thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
The Diakonia Podcast.